Hello everyone, I'm Ron Grant coming to you live and direct from Tortola in the Virgin Islands. You're watching 284 Media. Thank you so much for your time. The BVI Adventist Churches across the Virgin Islands, both in Tortola and Virgin Gorda, will be hosting free health clinics across the territory. This will be held from the 1st to the 5th of July, both in Virgin Gorda and Tortola. Now, joining me today to, of course, discuss this amazing opportunity for persons within the community to get and access these health clinics are Pastor Trent Berg of the Virgin Gorda Seventh-day Adventist Church, along with Dr. Dwight Robinson, who is a physician at the BVI Health Services Authority in Virgin Gorda, as well as the Health Ministries Director for the Virgin Gorda Seventh-day Adventist in Virgin Gorda. Now, of course, the ministry and the outreach of the Adventist Church is expanding outside of the four walls of the church and helping the persons in the community who need these various services. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Some claim that the age of a true gentleman is far behind us, but we disagree. He may appear in different guises today, but the values and ideals that make him a gent still stand. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman by yours truly, Ron Grant, presents Season 6. Introducing Sheldon Frett, actor, film producer, writer. Daylon Vantapool, entrepreneur. Terrence Neal, creative director. Chad George, entrepreneur. Humphrey Liu, financial services professional. Jamali DJ Molly Thomas, sales manager. Kai DeCastro, entrepreneur. Dean the Sportsman Greenaway, journalist. St. Clair Steady Fleming, entrepreneur. Devon Cowell, brand specialist. Robert Green, footballer. And Rick S.S. Grant, author. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, coming June 5th, exclusively on 284 Media, inspiring a generation of greatness.
Well, am I covered?
Yeah, you're with CG. Remember when I was dabbling in knife-throwing bingo? Well, one night I won, but I also got a bullseye. No. In a beehive. I ran for hours. They caught me in the end, though. Anyway, I was covered, and I got to keep my trophy. Uh-oh.
Best medical cover for the price. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. As promised, we're discussing all things free health clinics being hosted by the BVI Adventist Churches in the Virgin Islands. Pastor Berg and Dr. Robinson, thank you for your time and welcome to our platform.
Well, thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
You're absolutely welcome. As I mentioned, the Seventh-day Adventist Churches across the territory are pretty much stepping out of the four walls of the church and offering persons within the community, both in Virgin Gorda and Tortola, the opportunity to access a number of services through the upcoming free health clinics. Pastor Berg, I want to begin with you. Why do you think it was important, or why did the Adventist churches of the BVI think it was important to host this initiative?
Someone once said that you should check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Definitely heard that before.
I think we all know that there's some value to that. As Caribbean people, we have a dichotomy of attitudes. If a lady's not feeling well, she's going to go see her doctor. Mm-hmm. If a guy isn't feeling well, he's going to think twice about making that decision.
That is true.
He's most likely going to put it off. Mm-hmm. And if he has adopted a lifestyle or lifestyle habits that are contrary to longevity, then he already knows some of what the doctor is going to tell him. And all we're here today to say, please check yourself.
All right.
Before you wreck yourself.
Wonderful, and we do appreciate this initiative. It is going to be held from the 1st to the 5th of July.
Yes.
Explain to us the dates and the times and location on Virgin Gorda and Tortola.
Yes. We want you to know that the individuals who will be conducting this clinic are not members of our church here. It's a nonprofit organization called United Hands Incorporated, a duly registered nonprofit organization in the United States. It was started by a few members of our church in Florida But they quickly reached out to their colleagues and those who've been associated in their work, day-to-day work, and say, hey, we want to make a difference in the communities that are around us. And eventually they decided, you know, we want to do more than that. We like to be able to reach out beyond the United States. And hence, since 1995, they have been visiting, for the most part, Caribbean countries, offering to do 4 days of free medical, dental, and eye services. And so we are endeavoring to begin providing those services in Virgin Gorda on Monday, July 1st and Tuesday, July 2nd. We will start at 8 a.m. We don't advertise a closing time. The aim is to serve as many individuals as possible, and there will be a determination made at a certain point as to where that limit is for that particular day. Persons, when they come, will register, and they will have to choose one of the 3 categories, whether they'd like to see the general practitioners, the physicians, or they'd like to see the dentist, or they would like to see the eye doctor, either of those 3. If they like to see someone in another category, then they can return the following day. That is to ensure that we get a flow of individuals. One thing our people know, they know the word free. But I know that especially in Virgin Gorda, it's amazing to them that this is going to be happening in their neck of the woods. We are responding to the concern that our people who are in the outer islands have a greater burden of expense when it comes to their health or in general, their lifestyle in general.
Understood.
And we are saying we hear you and we're responding to you.
Dr. Robinson, I want to have you outline for us the various services that will be offered at the various health clinics.
Yes. So, good morning, everyone. Thanks for having us here. Before I start, I noticed Pastor mentioned free. Now, many people have the idea that if something is free, it may not be good. I just like to let the general public know that these are highly qualified specialists that will be coming into our territory. They're well trained and they know what they're doing. And so we want everybody to come out and get a chance so that they can get their health checked. We're going to have about 10 dentists that's going to be on the island. Now, we know how hard it is for people to get appointments, especially in Virgin Gorda. I myself have tried to get an appointment just for a filling, and it was like 4 months I have to wait.
Wow.
All right. We have one dentist in the BVI HSA, and he has a lot of work to do. So these dentists will be augmenting that work. They will be doing fillings, they will be doing cleaning, they'll be doing tooth extractions, and if further people may need surgery, they will make arrangement for that. I guess Pastor may have more information on that. In terms of the optometrists that we have, they'll be checking your eyes for glaucoma, and we have lots of elderly patients in Virgin Gorda that need to see the doctor. Right now, the Iris O'Neill Clinic has identified about 30 of our shut-in clients or patients who go to the endocrinologist who are on the waiting list to just see a dentist and an ophthalmologist. And so this is a unique opportunity for them so that they can have their eyes checked. Because you know the dangers with glaucoma. You can go into total blindness. So they will be testing for that. They'll be testing for cataracts, make sure that is there. They'll be checking for chronic diseases of the eye, hypertensive problem, diabetic problem, and any insidious problems that may occur with the eye, because we can tell a lot from the eyes and also the oral hygiene if other people have chronic diseases. So those two are very crucial, and I want the entire Virgin Island population come out because we don't want this to be missed. Now, in terms of the generalists, we have too many patients who are on dialysis because people report late, and we find out they have kidney problems or their blood pressures are so high that they have kidney injury. Now, these specialists, these generalists are going to they're going to do a complete body check and they will make referrals. The BVI HSA will be on standby for these referrals so that patients can have follow-up after. We also have Dr. Vanterpool. He has also decided to collaborate with us in case we have people who may need further dental care so that they can have follow-up. So don't be afraid to come and say, when I get services, there's nobody to follow me up. We have taken care of that. So you're going to get your eyes checked, you're going to get your teeth checked, and it's going to be comprehensive. And you're going to get a complete physical exam. And if there are further referrals, that will also be taken care of.
Wonderful. I want to ask you both to give an opportunity, because I'm sure this initiative may not have been possible without some contributing sponsors or supporters. You have an opportunity now to really speak to anyone that may have contributed to this initiative.
Yes, as you know, whenever there's an effort to bring individuals into the territory, the Ministry of Health has to be consulted, and the proper paperwork has to be supplied. We want to acknowledge that there was an effort made, and this effort was started from the time of March when we had the opportunity to sit down with the Health Minister, Honorable Vincent Wheatley. We're grateful for his help. And also Dr. Ronald George, as Chief Medical Officer, Mr. Barry at the National Institute of Health. We have sponsors such as the BVI Recreation Trust. They've been so gracious to make the sports complex available for this very important event. Again, this is a follow-up to the special program that the Lions Club had here
Correct.
in Tortola. There are lots of people who have said, oh man, I missed that opportunity. And this is going to be an opportunity for them. And so we're grateful to them. We're grateful to the Social Development Department, who is going to be assisting us in helping individuals in Anegada to come down. We held a clinic, a free clinic in Anegada in May of 2022. We didn't blow our horns about this because we wanted to take care of the people on the island. And now this is a wider outreach that is taking place. And so we want to appeal to our people in Anegada to embrace the opportunity to come. They can gather that information from the district officer, Ms. Vanderpool.
Okay.
We want to also express our gratitude to our churches here, a coordinating council led by our Pastor Sylvester Williams. The North Caribbean Conference, Seventh-day Adventists, our president is Desmond F. James. We want to express our appreciation to the Valley Sound Lions Club, who's going to be in the mix with us there in Virgin Gorda. Very happy about their involvement. They were very willing to help. And also, we're grateful for the privilege we've had to consult with Unite BVI. We have reached out to them and have invited them to assist us, and they're in consultation about that matter. I'm hoping that I'll get a good bit of news from them very soon. But we are just grateful to these individuals. It just couldn't happen. You imagine we're bringing in 73 people. The total impact financially on our territory is going to be over $100,000 just by them landing here and being with us for approximately 9.5 days.
Well, I want to commend you and your church, as well as your entire team, for this noteworthy initiative that, of course, is going to benefit residents all across the territory. Keep up the good work. I appreciate you both.
Yes, we'd like to finally indicate, we would like to appeal to our friends there in Jasmine-Dike. Please reach out to your district officer. I have been in communication with her. We want you to come. We want you to be served. Please do not pass up this opportunity. It's nothing like it, and the sacrifice that has been made of time and effort to do this has been monumental. And we are just truly grateful that there's going to be a group of individuals. As soon as the word got out and said we're going to the BVI, people responded. But then when we got to May, 5 had to drop out because they couldn't cover their practices in the States. So we had to search again. Are the individuals willing to come? 25 individuals responded. But as you could imagine, the paperwork and the arrangements. And so when people say, why is this coming out so late? And it is because we wanted to get this done. I want to acknowledge in a very special way Dr. June Samuel, a CEO of BVI HSA. We're grateful to her. Dr. Fret, who's a supervisor of primary health care. We're just grateful for these hard-working individuals to have stood in the gap and say, listen, we believe in what you're doing and we want to make sure that this is done. What our hope is that when this is over, we would have a more conscious, a health-conscious community, and that the results will be that individuals will now make the effort, if they haven't done before, to now go in and see the physicians here and say, you know something, I used to be on the fence, but now I've been talked into it, and now I'm going to be a person who's going to be regularly checking myself. Remember, we want you to check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Once again, public, you are invited to the free health clinic screenings, of course, hosted by the BVI Adventist Churches across the Virgin Islands, July 1st to the 5th. Of course, the 1st and 2nd will be in Virgin Gorda at the Brigado Flax Secondary Center, and in Tortola on the 4th and 5th will be at the Multipurpose Sports Complex. Sitting down with me today was physician Dr. Dwight Robinson, along with Pastor Trent Berg of the Virgin Gorda Seventh-day Adventist Church. A great initiative for you to, as Dr. Berg said, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Bye-bye.